I've lost 180 pounds with a combination of carnivore, keto, and counting calories. I reached my goal in November of 2022, and over the past year and a half, I've noticed the scale went up about 8 pounds. Let's experiment with carnivore and counting calories and see what improvements I can make. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I promised y'all that whenever I figured out my favorite way of making my creamies, that I would put it all together in a video for my recipes. And so I've kind of got the texture that I want. I like a very thick, dense texture. I like when you buy a container of ice cream and you can stick your, the scoop in it and you scoop it and it comes out in a big, thick, dense ribbon. So that's the texture I really like. So if you prefer the soft serve, then you're going to want to leave this out. This right here is an even mixture of glucomannan, which is a thickener, and xanthan gum, which is a thickener. So both of those are thickeners, and I have an even amount in here. So I'm just going to use one, this way I don't have to scoop out of one and scoop out of the other. So that's how this is going to work. So keto chow, some flavors work really well at getting that texture I want, and some flavors do not. I do not know the difference yet. I'm still learning. So I'm just going to give them a little extra help. And what I have done was just a little bit of glucomannan with the keto chow. But what I'm going to do is what I've done. It was a 1/4 teaspoon of glucomannan. Well, since I got glucomannan and xanthan gum mixed together here, I'm just going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of them together. Oh, that's the wrong container. Anyway, and that goes into my, I'm going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of this. So then that's an 1/8 teaspoon of each of them. But I'm going to start off by I actually want to get a little liquid in here. So that way, because if I add the powder, it always just sits at the bottom and it's hard to get out. So I'm going to start off by adding, let's see, if this is 16 ounces, I'm going to add a little less than 12 ounces of water to this cup. Okay, I know that if I were to use keto chow as a meal supplement, then I know that I can add fat to it. And they say fat brings out the vitamins and whatnot. Well, I use it as a side dish, as a dessert. I use this frozen protein as my immediately after my supper. I can't just have a meal and then a snack later, because as a binge eater, that causes some issues. So for me, I need to do things my way. And I want this to be lower calorie, because I know that I'm carnivore-ish, but I count calories. So this protein creamy is going to be 118 calories. Now, the carbs in it is definitely more in the keto chow. Well, this just has 3 total carbs, so cool. So I've got my ball down in there, and then I'm going to shake it up. And I use these to write my notes on it so I know what I'm getting. So I'm going to put KC, blueberry, and then 1/8 X and GL. And I'll know what that means, because it's 1/8 teaspoon of glucomannan and xanthan gum. So then I pour that into here. And you can tell it's already thicker. But I know a lot of times you all will ask me how much water I add. But that was with 12 ounces of water. And that's not enough. So I will go on and add another little bit of water so I can shake it up and get some of that excess stuff out of here. I truly cannot tell you an exact amount on a lot of this stuff. You really just have to use. I personally do not. I'm doing this with calories, so I'm okay with things being with the water. I'm not adding extra calories. I used to add milk. I don't need those extra calories. So because I personally am counting calories, I am just mixing this up with water. So again, you do what's going to work better for you in your journey. We are all on a different journey. My watch thought I fell because I was shaking that up. That's kind of funny. So then I just stick the lid on and I put a label on it. I have tried it with the lid on and with the lid off. Both ways for me, I still get the dadgum bubble. So I don't know, you do your thing. I'm just going to kind of pop the lid on partially and let that be that. So that's this one. Okay, so this next one, I'm going to follow the same because this is another keto chow. So this is going to be an 1/8 teaspoon of xanthan gum and 1/8 teaspoon of glucomannan, and it's raspberry cheesecake. So I've got my 12 ounces of water in there. We're making a variety tonight, guys. We're making 6 of them. So raspberry cheesecake. Ooh, I think I know what would be good. I'm going to add just a little bit of my chocolate electrolytes. One of you had mentioned that it might be good with some chocolate electrolytes, and my chocolate electrolytes is just cocoa powder and salt and potassium. So we're going to put that all together. Now we'll screw on our lid, and so it'll be a chocolate raspberry cheesecake. All right, so we shake it up. And again, I like to not have enough water in it the first go around, because then you can add water and rinse it out, and then you'll be ready for the next one after you get that. I have tried my immersion blender, and I've tried my bullet blender, and they work, but the problem with those is that it whips it up more than what I like. I don't want them whipped up because then it gets too airy, and then that top part is not even edible. It's just a bunch of bubbles, and I am all about bulk. So that is why. Ooh, that might be too much. Hang on, I'll have to take a swig of it. All right, so there we go. Hang on. All right, what I'm doing is I'm mixing it because I wanted it to have, I want to kind of mix in the water with the part that was already blended. So I've got KC for keto chow, raspberry cheesecake, plus I'll put chocolate lights, plus my chocolate lights, and I'll know what that means. So that's what this one's going to be, and I'll be right back and we'll do the next one. So next up we have, this one is called pumpkin spice caramel. So that's the keto chow, and I've got on here 1/8 teaspoon of xanthan gum and glucomannan. So this is a 1/4 teaspoon, so that catches both of them. Now we're going to do, let me shake this down. I already made up my little sticky note for it. Ooh, that smells so good. Oh, that would be so good in a coffee this winter. Oh, my stars and garters. Yum, yum. I know, you can get coffee flavored protein powder, and that would be good. I can't do that because I drink mine at nighttime. And the coffee one does have coffee in it and caffeine, so I already have enough trouble sleeping. I sure don't need more of that. But let's get this shooken up. Because I'm all shook up. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. So we're going to be doing the 3 keto chows and 3 of the Equip primes. So I'll show you how I do them a little differently. Ooh, that is not shook up at the top. It's not all shook up. That's better, but still some up at the top. Hang on, let me kind of work this out. Okay, now we'll get this poured out. I'll be adding more water to this here in a second, so we'll let that kind of rinse out any excess in here. I do try to rinse this out in between them just to kind of keep some of the flavors from mixing too much. Okay, that's a little bit much. It's above the max fill line here, so I'm going to have to take another swig of it. That's why I say I can't tell y'all how much water I use, because obviously it's too much. Alright, so we got our sticker. Keto Chow, pumpkin caramel, and then the xanthan gum and glucomannan. Pump. Let me put a K on there. Alright, I'll be right back. I'll rinse this out and we'll start the next one. So the Equip, it is not the same as Keto Chow. Equip doesn't have all the things in it, like all the gums and the thickeners in it. The Equip is pretty darn clean. So Equip definitely needs more of the xanthan gum and glucomannan. So what I actually did was I pulled out, because it's a 4th teaspoon and 4th teaspoon, I went ahead and pulled out a 1/2 teaspoon, just so then I didn't have to do 2. So there's that. That's what we're going to do with our Equip, a 1/2 teaspoon of the blend. And then the other day I did a vanilla with orange in it. And one of you all had said it was like a orange, orange sickle. Well, we got to talking in the comments about how that could also work for a grape sickle. So when I was a kid, I'd go to my grandma's house, and that was like the treat before bed. We got an ice cream soda. And so you take a grape soda or orange soda, and then my grandma would put in a scoop of ice cream, and then that's what we would get for a treat. Well, so this vanilla and grape, I'm hoping, will have that flavor. Now again, this one has a definite different texture than the Keto Chow. And I gotta remember not to put too much water in here. All right. So this is going to be so interesting, because the other day when I did the orange, oh man, see how this one foams up a lot more than the Keto Chow. And like I told y'all, I'm all about that, the bulk, man. All right, that's better. Anyway, so when I had the orange the other day, oh, it tasted just like one of those push-up pops, or the push-up ice cream, like orange sherbet. So I'm excited about this one. I'll probably do this one first. But anyway, let me put this in the freezer and we'll do our next two. Next up, we're going to do a chocolate peanut butter. And I've said this in the past, but I haven't said it in this video, I don't think. Keto Chow has a very intense, strong flavors. And so Keto Chow doesn't need anything. It's just really good. The Equip is good, but here's the difference. The Equip is a more mild flavor. It doesn't have all the added stuff in it, okay? So you can look up the Equip brand. It only has, I think, 3 or 4 ingredients. And so it's very clean, whereas Keto Chow has a lot of, Keto Chow's great, don't get me wrong. Keto Chow, if you want flavor, go to Keto Chow. If you're not so worried about ingredients or whatever, and I'm not worried about those ingredients, because Keto Chow has done a great job of building a very good quality product. It's very good. But anyway, so for the Equip, it's just a little more carnivore friendly. However, where the difference is with the Equip, it lacks in flavor, and where Keto Chow does not. So what I did was, I wanted to try this. I bought a peanut butter extract, and I wanted to put a couple drops in this and see what happens. All right. So now, we're going to get this shook up. I'm going to try not, this one also shakes up better. I noticed this one blends better than keto chow, probably because it's more of a powder and doesn't have as many of the added thickeners in it. So it automatically is more thin when you pour it out versus keto chow is already really thick when you pour it out. So the Equip is a lot more thin. It's more watery. Now I'm going to add a little more water to this. I'm going to let those bubbles kind of settle. Okay, so I've added a little bit more water. So I'm going to go ahead and add this. In case I forget to show you guys, I used to, when I made these, I've done milk in the past. And I also used to, hang on, I lost my little sticky note. Okay, so I used to add milk. I'd spin it once. And then I would add some milk and spin it again. But once I decided I wanted this specific texture, I no longer add any milk or anything. So this is Equip, PB, chocolate, 1/4 Zan, and 1/4 glucomannan, and PB extract. So, again, you always want to label them if you're making a variety of them. So I'll put this in the freezer, and we got one more to go. The last one we're going to make. Again, we got our glucomannan and xanthan gum. Again, for the Equip, it is 1/4 teaspoon of glucomannan, 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum. And again, it's just all together in one container to save me the trouble. Now this one, we are going to use Equip strawberry. I'm going to use a scoop of it. So, you know, is this cost effective? I don't know. You got to decide. Because the Equip really does need some extra help for the flavor. So you have to decide. I mean, it's not bad. It's just very mild flavor. So you have to decide what's going to work for you. I have poked a little pinhole, and this is strawberry. And we're going to mix it with, I want to do a strawberry banana. Let's see if I have a pinhole in this one yet. Oh, shoot. Hang on. Okay. So I'll do a squirt of strawberry and a squirt of banana. I think I got more than a squirt of banana, but it'll be all right. It'll be all right. So now we're going to shake it up. Like I said, you got to decide what's going to work best for you. Are you budget friendly? Are you what? Of course I did. I threw away the containers for my Equip. So I can't tell you what the macros are for it. You'll just have to look. I buy mine on Amazon. So you would just need to log on to Amazon or maybe the Equip Prime website and see what their macros are, and you can see if they fit what you're looking for. You know, like I said, we're all on a different journey here doing our own thing. So, yeah, I'm going to give this a... Whoop, hang on. There's a little leftover pieces. Let's see what we think how that's going to be. Ooh, that's going to be good. I got a mess on my hands. Let me wash them. I'll be right back. Okay, so there's that one. And I'm going to get that in the refrigerator. And I'm just going to show y'all because, you know, I'm a hoarder. So that's all right. We're all family here. We can be hoarders together. I've been keeping, well, now that this is going to have to go in there. I was using Jell-O, which didn't do anything. But now I'm going to put my glucomannan and xanthan gum in this little jobber. I need to put a sticker on this to tell me what it is. So hang on. Okay, so we got our little sticker on here that I'm going to, and I'll just drop this down in here with, these are my flavorings. That's what I was trying to show you. I've got a orange and a vanilla and a maple and peanut butter, and I got banana and strawberry. So I got those flavors in there. I'm just going to keep these Jellos in there for now. Like I said, I used those when I was carnivore. I also have an unflavored gelatin. If you want, that can kind of help thicken it up also. But I really found the good groove with these two right here. So, all right. Well, I will see you when we make them next. Bye. One more thing before I end this. This one is what? That's keto chow. Notice there's not much. I mean, there's bubbles, but notice there's not chunks floating in that one. Let's come down to here. This one, I believe. Okay, so that's keto chow. There's only one chunk. Keto chow, no real chunks. Come down here to the equip. So this one ends up with more chunks. You can't really tell in this one because it's got froth in it. But those two are equip. So I'm pretty sure that's equip. Let me make sure I didn't lie to y'all. Yep, equip. So I just want you to see the difference. So when I eat these, the equip ones, because there's more of the things, the gums in the keto chow ones, they build together and they're thicker. So if you look, let's see, that one's that thick and this one is that thick. So there's a difference in texture in the keto chow versus the equip. So what happens is when I eat these, a lot of the stuff that has been on the top, because I'm not willing to get the froth on the top in order to shake it up. And I could let them sit out somewhere, but ain't nobody got time for all that. So when I eat these, there is more sediment at the bottom of this. More of that protein powder is stuck at the bottom, which I don't care, but you might. So there you go. Hey, so today is Monday, and tonight it is blueberry. I think it's blueberry pie, and with the keto chow blueberry. And the xanthan gum. It's an 1/8 teaspoon of xanthan gum and an 1/8 teaspoon of glucomannan. Glucomannan is a thickener. Both of them are thickeners, but Glucomannan comes from the konjac root. Anyway, yeah. So, all right. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Tuesday. Bye. This one tonight is one we did. It was the keto chow raspberry cheesecake plus my chocolate electrolytes, and an 1/8 teaspoon of xanthan gum and an 1/8 teaspoon of glucomannan. So let's see what this texture is. See, whenever it makes that big hole like that, that's usually a pretty darn good texture. So, see, that's a good scoopable texture. Like I said, like peanut butter. That's the texture I'm going for. And that's good. It's a good flavor, too. So, that's the texture I like. So, I will tell you the two ways that this is what I'm having. So I really do like the keto chow with a 1/8 teaspoon of xanthan gum and glucomannan. So far, I don't remember what I had. I think the last one was equipped. Anyway, whatever it is, this was the perfect texture. So probably going forward, no matter which one I make, for the keto chow, I will use my little an 1/8 teaspoon, 1/8 teaspoon of xanthan gum and 1/8 teaspoon of glucomannan. And then with my equip, I'll keep doing the 1/4 teaspoon of both of those. So anyway, but yeah, we'll see what the next flavor is tomorrow. So the Creami for tonight that we're going to eat, it is the equip vanilla with some of my grape value grape flavor enhancer, and it's got a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum and a 1/4 teaspoon of glucomannan. Let's give it a try. Yeah, that's good. I like that. I'd make it again. It's not like the orange with the vanilla was like skyrocket angel singing amazing. It's good, but not as good as the orange. I think because grape, I don't know, grape's kind of a funny thing. So you either really like the grape or not. I was going for like a grape float flavor, and it's not as much as the orange. Like I said, it's not bad, but not something I'm like, oh, I got to have again. But the texture is good. The texture is what I like. I like that thick, scoopable texture. The way I do it is I put it in my Creami. I run it on light ice cream once, pop it out, and put it right back in and do the light ice cream a second time. I don't remember which one of y'all taught me that, but I only do that. I don't add a liquid. I don't add milk. All my stuff is just what's in the protein powder and whatever else thing I might add in the video, and any flavoring that I add. But so this is literally just the Equip protein powder, my grape flavor enhancer, and the thickeners and water, and that's it. So there you go. That's how the grape and vanilla looks. Hey, so tonight is Tuesday, and we're having the Equip peanut butter and chocolate. And this is a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum and a 1/4 teaspoon of glucomannan. And I had some peanut butter extract in it. This looks like the texture I'm wanting. And it is. It's actually a little thinner than I like, but a little more whipped up than I like, but that's all right. It's still more dense than the really soft serve texture. Yep. I think the 1/4 teaspoon is the trick. So 1/4 teaspoon of glucomannan and 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum. So yeah, there we go. So, I do not recommend the peanut butter extract. It tasted better whenever I did just the chocolate and peanut butter. So I just wanted to tell you that right now. Don't go out and buy the peanut butter extract. Okay, see you in the next flavor. Hey there, so my Creami tonight is strawberry Equip with the squirt of banana extract with a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum and a 1/4 teaspoon of glucomannan. And so you would have seen me make it. This is the strawberry banana one. When I was a kid, my mom had strawberry banana everything. And that's what that reminds me of. It reminds me of my childhood. It's good. It's creamy. Yeah. Good texture. Good flavor. All right, see you in the next one. Hey, this is our final Creami. And I'm going to tell you guys, hands down, for the texture that I like, Keto Chow has the best texture. I don't have to add anything. I don't have to do anything big for it. It just typically comes out with the best texture that I like. And the flavor, it just hits every time. So a person is just gonna, this is the pumpkin caramel tonight with the 8 teaspoons of glucomannan and 8 teaspoons of xanthan gum. You're just going to have to decide what's best for you. If you're wanting super clean, go with the Equip. If you're wanting cheaper, Equip is really good. If you're wanting all the vitamins and all the stuff added to it where it's going to taste amazing, you don't have to add anything except maybe a thickener now and then if you want to, and you're okay with paying, it's right at twice the price, then go with Keto Chow. But Future Terri has a hard decision to make, but she's got a lot over there, so She probably won't have to make it for about 6 months to a year. But I'm just going to say keto chow, it really is the best creamy protein powder that I've used so far. So anyway, all right, that's the end of this video, and thanks for watching. Bye.